People on TikTok are ditching crappy products left, right, and center in a new trend called de-influencing.
I'm gonna share my part 2 products that are not worth your money, even though they were super hyped up on TikTok.
The point is to discourage anyone to buy from crappy brands selling makeup we don't really need, the anti-haul trend or overconsumption of fast fashion. TikTok generated a 4.6% billion US dollar revenue. That is a 142% increase year on year in selling an awful lot of crap. Many of us can probably recognize the dopamine kick it gives us when we are buying stuff. It's just exciting. But what might feel good for us is definitely not as good for the environment. We are building up a lifestyle around consumption as we are following influencers on social media platforms such as TikTok and Instagram, which inspire us. Their job is to sell us stuff we don't need. They're getting paid for this, right? And don't get me wrong, it's okay to buy stuff every once in a while, especially if you really need the stuff, but buying things for the sake of buying things just because, it's just damaging for the planet on so many levels. So it is time to hit the brakes like on this cycle of overconsumption. We're trapped in this vicious circle of consumers demanding more and more, and therefore businesses, they're just pumping out products which we can consume, feeding our endless need for consumption. But if you look at fashion in isolation, especially fast fashion, there's been an overall revenue increase between 2020 and 2021 of 21%. That's a lot. And just putting things into perspective, the global consumption levels has risen by 28% over the last decade. That's absolutely mad. Let's take a look at this one. Generation Z are leaning into a lifestyle that rejects capitalism and consumerism and are embracing sustainability. I feel super inspired by this. This is really cool. I mean, de-influencing is a way of making us question if I really need 10 foundations or a whole rack of tooth bleach. It's the same as when you are researching a product online, researching underwear, and you get an article up and what you see are top 10 period pants or whatever it is that you're finding, and you just know they're all sponsored. I love that these influencers are calling them out. This is an indication that the younger generation are actively holding companies accountable. They don't want your cheap produced by child labor. And this really also follows the trend of the businesses we are working with here at Planet 1.5, when they can see that in the interview process, Generation Z are questioning them on their sustainability credentials. There will be some companies that are really hating this trend. Instead, they should embrace it and they should see it as a counter-reaction to consumerism. The lovely team at Young Turks are also talking about the trend of de-influence.
Now, the trend called de-influencing is a stark contrast to prior ones like hashtag TikTok made me buy it, when consumers are showing off products they purchased after seeing them on the social media app.
Really love the point that Ascent is making around the pharmaceutical industry.
Did you know that in social media, that if you do a video against pharmaceutical companies, they're demonetized? Because the drug companies don't want to accidentally advertise on a video about negative news about drug companies.
Can you believe this? If you are critical to any of the pharmaceutical companies on social media, they essentially have the power to go ahead and get you demonetized. Honestly, this means that we are allowing financial inequality in the world to dictate who gets featured. Can you believe this? I mean, it actually stinks a bit of the Cambridge Analytica scandal, where they were using data sets to influence opinions to sway voters in a specific direction. I mean, Dang, social media can be so toxic. But I still have faith in this because trends like de-influencing should make it super challenging for businesses to continue to do what they do blindly without any consequence. One of the very first videos I remember going mad was the blender commercial Will It Blend that went viral on the internet.
Will it blend? I knew I could get the iPad in a BlendTech Total Blender.
We would see it featured on TV, talked about this social media phenomenon, and it would be all over the internet. And in the end of the day, it got more than 6 million views. Did we need this? We absolutely do not need the Will It Blend blender. There are so much more madness in the world, and if you like this video, I suggest that you like and subscribe and continue on by watching this video where I'm reacting to the fact that Ben Shapiro is denying that there is a risk of 86 million people that could die from climate change by the end of the 21st century. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.